पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तमलकं च शिष्यं तन्तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अध्याय 4 श्लोक 13। चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्म विभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विद्य कर्तारमव्ययम्। We have seen the portion of Bhashya explaining the first half of this shloka. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashaha. Now the second line is explained by Bhashyakara. And to connect the second line, Bhashyakara raises a question. If you have created 4 varnas, that means you have done the work of creating the 4 varnas. If Bhagavan has done the work, karma, in the form of creating the 4 varnas, then he is karta, the doer. Therefore, he is associated with the doership and he is affected by the doership, just like any other human being, just like any other samsari. A doer of an action, doership is associated with the samsara. There are problems associated with the doership. Any action you do, even the action of teaching, it is associated with its own problem. Even in teaching, one gets to hear complaints from people. Then one gets affected. I didn't teach properly or not. One starts doubting. Then there is guilt. Doership is associated with guilt. And the doership also brings in the enjoyership. A doer is the enjoyer of the result of his actions. Kartrutva and bhoktrutva. It is true with any ordinary person. Similarly, does Ishvara also have kartrutva and bhoktrutva? This question might arise to a person. Hantatarhi, we'll read. Hantatarhi चातुर्वर्ण्य सर्गादेः कर्मणः कर्तृत्वात् तत्फलेन युज्यसे अतः न त्वं नित्यमुक्तः नित्येश्वरश्च इति। हंता hanta is an exclamation. Oh, is it so? You created all the four varnas. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam. I built all these. Then Arjuna, Bhashyakara imagines what is Arjuna's reaction. Hanta. Oh, is it so? Tarhi. Then there is a problem. You are also building. I build houses. The Jiva builds houses. And then he regrets. I built a big house. Now who will maintain? The builders of big house have that maintenance problem. Then after some time these people give that big house on rent and then they shift to a small house. You can see such things happening. Because after building the big house, who is there to live in the big house? Only two people. For two of us, this big house is of no use. Then they move to a small place. So after building a big house, people repent, regret. And then some people build a very small house, only one room house, thinking we will be only two people, why we should build a big house. And then they complain, I don't have enough space. If a guest comes, there is no space. I should have built a big house. So, Jiva has his own complaints. Because there is kartrutva. Kartrutva involves complaints. Bhoktrutva involves complaints. So then this person is asking, you also must be complaining like us. Tarhi, then Chaturvarnya sargadeh karmanah kartrutvat. Because of the kartrutva of the karma in the form of creating the four varnas, Chaturvarnya sargadeh karmanah, Chaturvarnya sarga, etc. Chaturvarnya srishti, creation of the four varnas, Adi. Adi includes sustenance of the four varnas, etc. Karmanaha, they are Ishvara's karma. Because of their kartrutva, tat phalena yujjase, you are associated with the phala also. Phala of the karma. Karma brings karma phala. And when there is karma phala, there is samsara. Karma phala is never free from samsara. Yujjase ataha natvam nityamuktaha. Therefore you are a samsari. Like us. You are also like us. You also have headache. We have only one head, luckily. Therefore, only one head's headache. Whereas you have many heads. Sahasra Shirshav Purushaha. All heads are Ishvara's heads. How much headache should he have? So, ataha natvam nityamuktaha. Therefore, you are not a nityamukta. And you are not nitya Ishvara also. If you have karma and karma phala, then you cannot be nitya Ishvara. As long as the karma phala allows, you can be Ishvara. Once the karma phala gets exhausted, you will have to go back and become Anishvaraha. Iti, this objection is raised. As an answer to this objection, Bhagavan says, though I am creating the four varnas, though I am creating the whole universe, I am not really doing anything. Uchyate, it is being answered. Yadyapi Maya samvyavaharena tasya karmanaha kartaram api santam mam paramarthataha vidhi akartaram ataeva avyayam asamsarinancha mam vidhi. So, Ishvara creates with the help of his Maya. Yadyapi, even though Maya samvyavaharena, because of samvyavahara, because of the transaction through Maya, Ishvara does not involve in transaction himself. All his transactions are through Maya Upadhi. Therefore, Maya samvyavaharena tasya karmanaha kartaram api santam mam. I am the karta, I am the doer of that karma. Chaturvarnya sargadi karma. The karma in the form of creating the four varna, etc. Paramarthataha, in reality, akartaram vidhi. I am not a karta. In reality, he is not a karta. But because of Maya Upadhi, he is as though karta. Ataeva, therefore, because of the same reason, avyayam, since he is akarta, therefore he is avyayam. Avyayam means asamsarinam, free from samsara, cha mam vidhi. Understand me as asamsari, akartrutvat asamsari. Since Ishvara is akarta, he is asamsari. Bhashyakara takes the meaning of avyayam as asamsarinam. When I explain the shloka, I reversed it. I took avyayam as the hetu for akartaram. Avyayam, free from changes. It serves as a hetu for karta, akarta. Avyayatvad akarta. Even that is okay. So Bhashyakara finds the relevance of asamsarinam as the meaning of avyayam. So why Ishvara is akarta? Because he is avyaya. In his own swarupa, he is not undergoing any change. But he is as though karta, because by his mere presence, he is making the Maya work. The Maya is working. But the Maya will not work without the presence of Ishvara, without the blessing of Paramatma. Therefore, as though karta. But in reality, akarta. Therefore, asamsari. Now, connection to the following shloka. Yesham tu karmanam kartaram mam manyase paramarthatah tesham akarta eva aham yatah येषां तो कर्मणां कर्तारं मां मन्यसे. मां येषां कर्मणां कर्तारं मन्यसे. You think of me as a karta of certain karmas. Certain karmas like srishti, etc. People think I am their karta. Even you are thinking I am their karta. Krishna is telling Arjuna as though. Yesham karmanam, of which karmas? Kartaram, the doer. Mam manyase, you think me as. Paramarthatah aham tesham akarta eva. In reality, I am their akarta. I am not their karta. I don't do them. I am not involved in any action. Yataha, because. Why he is akarta? The akartrutva of Paramatma is explained in the following shloka. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spraha iti mam yobhijanati karma bhirna sabadhyate. Namam karmani limpanti. The karmas do not touch me. Karmas do not taint me. Karmas do not affect me. Name karma phale spraha. Me, mama, I don't have spraha, desire in karma phala. Paramatma does not have desire in karma phala. So, namam karmani limpanti implies Paramatma is free from kartrutva. Name karma phale spraha implies he is free from bhoktrutva. Therefore, he is akarta. he is not doing any action. So Paramatma is free from karma. And any other person also, any other individual who understands Paramatma in this manner, how I am the Paramatma, my true self is the Paramatma who is free from karma, who is free from kartrutva and bhoktrutva. Even he is free from karma. Even he is not affected by karma. Iti mam yobhijanati. Iti, in this manner, Paramatma is free from kartrutva and bhoktrutva. Mam yaha abhijanati. Yaha mam abhijanati. One who understands me. Saha, even he, karma bhihi na badhyate, is not affected by karma. Namam tani karmani limpanti dehadyarambhakatvena tani karmani mam na limpanti. Those karmas do not affect me. Why? Dehadyarambhakatvena. Sorry, how they don't affect? Dehadyarambhakatvena. By starting a new body, etc. By producing their result, they don't affect me. The karma phala is in the form of production of new body, another body. So, the karma that you are doing now is responsible for another sharira. So, deha arambhaka. Karma produces another body. Not just another body, another lifespan. Even the lifespan in the other body is decided by karma. The karma phala is mentioned as three things, three types. Jati, ayuhu and bhoga. Jati means birth in a given body. Janma. And ayuhu, lifespan. How long should one live? It is determined by karma. Some people die young. At the age of 45, all of a sudden he gets a heart attack and gone. What happened? Nothing happened. His karma got exhausted, that's all. So he left. Then another person lives for 125 years. Many times he fell severely ill and people thought now he will die. But he didn't die. He lived for 125 years. What decided this? His prarabdha. Prarabdha is there for him to live for 125 years. So, ayuhu, is determined by karma. And bhogaha, all the bhoga, sukha dukkha bhoga in a given body, including cough and cold, it is also prarabdha. So why it is happening? What did you eat? What did you drink? Nothing. It is prarabdha. So jati, ayu, bhoga, all these are determined by one's karma. But Ishvara, as far as Ishvara is concerned, the karmas do not produce new deha, etc. Dehadi arambhakatvena, in the form of starting new body, etc., producing new body, etc., the karmas do not affect Ishvara, Paramatma. Why they don't affect? Ahankara bhavat. Because Bhagavan does not have ahankara, identification with the karma. He doesn't have identification with the karma. I am the doer. I am the doer identification does not exist. So kartrutva is not there. Nacha tesham karmanam phale, phale or phaleshu, phaleshu me mama spruha trishna, nacha tesham karmanam phaleshu me mama spruha trishna. I don't have spruha. Spruha means trishna, desire. In the phalas of those karmas, in the karma phala, he is not interested in the karma phala. Therefore, he will not get disappointed even if the karma phala doesn't come. Even if things don't go as expected, he is not dejected. Yesham tu samsarinam aham karta iti abhimanaha karmasu spruha cha tatphaleshu tan karmani limpanti iti yuktam. So now Bhagavan is showing the contrast. How a jiva is different from Ishvara. Yesham tu samsarinam. The samsaris, the ajnanis who are in samsara. Ahankarta iti abhimanaha karmasu. They have identification with the karma in the form of aham karta. I am the doer. I do this. I did this. I did that. They have karmasu abhimana. Spruha cha tat phaleshu. And they have desire for the result also. Here, desire should be understood as hatred also. We should include hatred also. Punyasya phalamicchanti. Punyam na kurvanti manavaha. People want the result of punya, but they don't want to do punya. Na papa phalamicchanti. People hate papa phala. The result of papa, people don't want. Nobody wants a sore throat. But papam kurvanti manavaha. People keep doing papa. So spruha means dveshaha also. So they like they like the result of punya and they hate the result of papa. So spruha cha tat phaleshu. They have likes and dislikes in relation to the results of karma. Tan karmani limpanti iti yuktam. Karmani tan limpanti. The karmas affect them. Iti yuktam. This is proper. Tad abhavat. Namam karmani limpanti. Iti evam. Yaha anyaha api. Mam atmatvena abhijanati naham karta name karma phale spruha iti saha karmabhihi na badhyate tasyapi na देहाद्यारंभकाणि कर्माणि भवन्ति इत्यर्थः तदभावात्. So now Bhashyakara, Bhagavan as well as Bhashyakara is describing a jnani. A jnani also, like Ishvara, even a jnani does not identify himself as the karta and bhokta. So, yaha anyaha api. Yaha anyaha. Anyaha means another person who is originally a samsari, originally a jiva. But then, because of Atmajnana, he understands his true self as the one who is neither the doer nor the enjoyer, who is free from all modifications, free from all kriya karaka phala. Such a person, anyaha, tad abhavat, since he is free from kartrutva and bhoktrutva, free from the doership, free from aham karta iti abhimanaha, and free from karma phale spruha, free from desire for results. And he understands namam karmani limpanti iti evam mam atmatvena abhijanati. He understands Paramatma as atmatvena, mam atmatvena abhijanati. He understands Paramatma as his own self. And he understands him as namam karmani limpanti iti evam. No karmas affect me, the Paramatma, ityevam abhijanati. He understands so. Naham karta name karma phale spruha iti. And Bhashyakara further explains his understanding. Naham karta, I am not the karta. Name karma phale spruha iti. So this is the explanation of iti. Iti mam yobhijanati. In this manner, one who understands me. The iti is explained. What is iti? Naham karta name karma phale spruha. Ityevam. I am neither the karta nor I have the desire for karma phala. Iti. Yaha mam atmatvena abhijanati. One who understands Paramatma as his own self. Saha karma bhirna badhyate. Even he is not affected by karma. Tasyapi. Even for him, for a jnani, karmani dehadyarambhakani na bhavanti ityarthaha. The karmas do not produce another body, etc. He has no another body, he doesn't have another lifespan, and he has no other bhoga also, sukha dukkha also in another lifespan. Means he gets videha mukti. Karma bhirnasa badhyate. Naham karta name karma phale spruha iti. We will read the shloka and then come to this. Evam jnatva kritam karma purvairapi mumukshubhihi kuru karmaiva tasmatvam purvaih purvatarang kritam. Now, Bhagavan is citing the people in the past, the jnanis in the past who performed karma, proper karma, as example for Arjuna. Evam jnatva, understanding so. Understanding what? I am not the karta. Ityadi. I am not the doer and I am free from desire for karma phala. Evam jnatva purvaihi api mumukshubhihi. The mumukshus of the past, even by them, karma kritam, they have performed karma. The mumukshus in the past, they did karma with the understanding that there is a Paramatma. And the Paramatma is free from karma. He is free from the bondage of karma. And by means of doing the proper karma, I will be able to attain the Paramatma. Thus, seeking freedom from the bondage of karma, they performed karma. Krishna is talking about mumukshus. He is not talking about jnanis. Purvairapi mumukshubhihi. Therefore, a mumukshu does not know already that he himself is free from karma. If he already knows, I am not the karta as himself, then he is a mukta. Therefore, we should understand this shloka as the mumukshu having the Paramatma who is free from doership and enjoyership as his goal. I should attain the Paramatma who is free from karma. With this intention, the mumukshus of the past performed karma with the proper attitude. As offering to Ishvara, Ishvararpana buddhya. Purvairapi mumukshubhihi, even by the mumukshus of the past, evam jnatva, having understood so, with this understanding, the understanding that there is a Paramatma who is free from karma, and if I understand him, I will also be free from karma. And to get the understanding, I should get chitta shuddhi, and therefore I should perform karma. All these are included in evam jnatva. Therefore, tasmat, since the mumukshus in the past did karma, if you are a mumukshu, you should also do karma. Tvam, you also. Purvaihi purvataram kritam karma eva kuru. You also should do karma. Karma kuru. Kuru is a lot. Vidhi. Lot cha. You do karma. Karma kuru. Lot madhyama purusha ekavachanam. Kridhatu. Karma eva kuru. Do karma only. Not jnana. Not sannyasa. Karma sannyasam ma kuru. What kind of karma? Purvaif purvataram kritam. The kind of karma done by your predecessors. Purvaihi, people in the past. Purvataram, as they have done in the past. Purvam eva, purvataram means purvam eva kritam. What they have done in the past, the same karma you also do. So now, why Bhagavan has to say, you should do karma that was done by the people in the past? Because one should know what kind of karma one has to perform. The karma that one has to perform is mentioned in the Shastra. mentioned in the Shruti and Smriti. Despite being mentioned in the Shruti and Smriti, one will not know what exactly one should perform and how exactly one should perform the karmas, the Vihita karma. Therefore, the karma performed by the ancient ones who were dharmika, who stuck to the shastras, their karma is an example for a person who wants to do karma today, karma now. Therefore, you look at those people, how they performed karma, what kind of actions they performed, and with what attitude they performed karma, with what shraddha they performed karma. The people in the past. Similarly, learning from their example, you also perform karma. Even their actions are a pramana for what kind of karma you should do. Vedasmati sadacharaha. For dharma, for swadharma, what is pramana? How can I know what is my swadharma? There are three pramanas. First of all, Veda. Veda tells in general terms, you should do this karma. Then it is clarified further by Smriti. You do this karma in this manner. Is clarified further by Smriti, secondary text. But sometimes, most often, despite Shruti and Smriti, I will not know what kind of karma I should do. Then I have to see sadachara. The people in the past, the senior ones, one's predecessors, who were sat. Sat means they were dharmika, not any old man. Krishna is not asking us to do what any old man has done, not what Duryodhana has done. So, sadachara is also a pramana for dharma. One can see such people in one's own family lineage in the past. One's parents or grandparents or mother-in-law or grandmother-in-law, anybody, if he is a family person, or any other noble man in the society in the past. So, do that kind of karma. Purvaih purvataram kritam. Na ham karta, na me karma phale spruha, iti evam jnatva kritam karma purvairapi atikrantaihi mumukshubhihi. Okay, we'll continue in the next session. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।